So let's take a look at making some air gun slugs. So first you are going to just start with a coil of lead. Now because I am running a 25 caliber air gun, I want a 247 in diameter coil because I want it to be slightly under the finished diameter, so that way when it's going through the swage press, it doesn't get any trapped air pockets, so it needs to be able to expand in the press. Next I'm just going to take a strip of this lead wire, and then I'm going to cut it. Now here's going to be the fine cutter where it's actually going to cut the slug closer to the finished size. So as a stop right here, the lead is going to go through that hole, bottom out on the screw. Then you are going to shear it off, and you end up with a little slug. And if I'm doing a bunch of these, I do like to set them up in my vise and just run through them really quick. And now that we've got our rough size lengths of lead, we can go take them over to the swager. Here we have the swaging press setup. So up here we have the pressing stem. Now this is going to be a negative blank of the base of the slug. Down here this is going to form the point of the slug, and then this main die body right here is going to give us the ogive and the profile. And then when we run it through the process, this little protrusion is going to act as an ejector as well. So now I'm going to start by applying some swage lube. I just want to get a good nice finish on the projectiles. I don't want them to get stuck or get any galling while they are inside of the swage. Now we can take one of our rough size slugs. We're going to bring the die up a little bit so that we can get away from that ejector, and we're going to put it in the die, run it through a full stroke process all the way to the bottom, come and push it out, and there we go. So we have the nose profile. So this is a hollow point, again going to be formed by this. We have the full length, and the ogive shape is going to be controlled by the die. And then we have a cup base or a slight dish in there that's going to be coming through this part of the swaging. So because these slugs are slightly oversized, we are going to have to remove any excess material. And that's going to be done by the die. When we run it through the swaging process, we have a bleeder hole up here, and that is going to run and press out any excess material we have. And then that is going to be cut off when we go through the extraction process. And here's where I can start to get into some customization. Because the nose profile and the base is going to be fixed, the only way to change the weight of these slugs is going to be by changing the length. Adding more material is going to add more mass. So what I can do is I can either screw in or out this die up here, and that's going to determine how far down this goes when seating, and that is going to determine how long the slug is, therefore how much it weighs. And there you go. That's all it takes to make your own air gun slugs.